video, we're going to create a simple unit test that will test a HTTP handler in Ring. So what we want our handler to do is to return the string hello world. And then again, we're going to write a unit test for that. So first of all, let's see what we have in our project.clj file. So we have the usual dependencies here, ring core and ring adapter, ring Jetty adapter. We also can make use of the ring mock library to make a request, and this plugin, CLJFMT, to format our code. Okay, so let's write that test. So we're going to use this core. We're going to use the core file that we'll write soon and load that in or require it using this expression. And we're going to refer to it as hello. We're also going to require the ring.mock.request library as mock. And we're going to replace this test here with a test called handler response, because that's what we want to test, the handler response. And this is going to test whether or not the response from this handler matches the expected response. Okay, let's do that. So we're going to use the let expression here, and this will allow us to bind values to variables. So the first variable here will be mark. We'll make use, or essentially it will be the request that we define. So this request is going to have the method get and some arbitrary path, URI path, some arbitrary URI path here. And then we're going to bind the value of the variable handler response to the value handler rec. So that is going to be the return value of the handler function when we pass in the value rec. Now this handler function is going to be something we'll define soon, and this will be what we're testing here. This is what's getting tested, the return value of this function, and we want to check that it's equal to what we expect. So we can have an expected response variable, and that is simply going to be what we expect or we want our handler to return. Now this is going to be the same thing every time because it's going to give us a fixed response. Text, HTML, and our body, which will be hello world. So we expect the response to always be this. And we want to, our test then is going to be, is handler response equal to expected response? Yeah, and that's all the test will be. Now, what we want to do is to write our handler function, but what we want to do is to write that in the REPL. We always want to, as far as possible, write our logic in the REPL just to test it, or get a feel of the expression, or how to write the expression, and then we want to. Sorry, that's my cat. Then we want to. I'm coming. I'm just going to finish up this video. Hello, you alright? Hello. Okay, so I'm coming. Okay, so let's first of all write this handler function. I'm just going to call it handler, and it's going to accept the value request, and in documentation is just going to be returns a fixed literal response. Our fixed literal response will be this status 200, because the request, remember, is rather a response is a hash map in the same way that our request is a hash map in Ring. Status 200 headers. Content type text HTML, and our body will be hello world. Okay, I'm going to close off this bracket here. Now, let's see if we can use this function in the REPL here. So we're going to bind the value rec to mock request. First of all, we want to use mock request. So we want to use ring.mock.request as mock, and then we can use this expression here. So we're going to bind rec to mock request, and then an arbitrary URI and method. Call it here. And rec. Yep, that's how it works. That gives us our response that we want. So now I can use the function that I've defined in the REPL and put that in the source code. So I want to replace all of this with what I've defined previously. And I can just make that multiple lines for readability. going to go back to my test file here. And I'm going to, do that, remove that comma. That's not needed. Then I'm going to run a test. And that worked. That worked. Now, a couple of things I want to also do is to correct a spelling mistake here. So expected. And also I want to check if I have any format errors. I can use align CLJ FMT tool here and do align CLJ FMT check. Okay, that looks okay. If it wasn't okay, then I could run this command here. To fix that. And remember, that was only possible because we had the formatting tool in our plugins section.